Welcome to Mile High Reefers. I'm Scott Anderson, and for this video, it's going to be kind of more of a rant style video. One take, whatever I say, makes it into the video. So when I started in this hobby, there was this saying out there that kind of filled me with despair and annoyed the crap out of me. And that was, if you can't keep mushrooms, you should just get out of the hobby. And I'm sure we've all heard this at some point in time. And that really kind of hit me in my soul because I couldn't keep mushrooms alive. They were really hard for me. Now, I was keeping lots of other cool coral alive. I could keep Montes, I could keep other leathers, but mushrooms, I killed them. I killed a lot of mushrooms. So what's going on? Well, there's a lot of different types of mushroom corals out there. You've got Recordias, Redactus, you got Yumas, Discosomas, you got your Florida Recordias. There are a lot of different types of mushroom. And with that much diversity, turns out some mushrooms are a lot easier to keep than others. Some mushrooms really are so simple that they grow incredibly fast and grow to plague proportions. These blue-green ones behind me are a great example of that. I've got them put on a rock and they're kind of there, but still I've got some others on rocks. They're out of control, and these guys are tough. I've got two hammer corals sitting above them that look like crap because they've fallen off. They fell into those mushrooms, and I lost two heads before I even had time to get the colony of hammer off of the colony of mushrooms. So mushrooms are a little more challenging than you might think. A lot of the really easy, fast-growing ones grow to plague proportions and will get out of control on people's rock work and can be just as frustrating for how fast they grow and how much they take over as a coral that you put in your tank that dies. On the other end of the spectrum are some of the harder to keep Yumas out there. If you've ever bought some of the harder to keep mushrooms, there's nothing sadder than watching it go into your tank and then slowly shrivel up and dissolve. It really sucks, and eventually they just kind of turn to goo. Now, there are a lot of mushrooms that do that. So first tip is buy mushrooms that are relatively easy to keep. If you're new to hobby, my opinion, nothing beats Discosoma. They're usually the easiest to keep, but like any mushroom out there, there's a huge variety of these guys. So just because one Discosoma is easy to keep doesn't mean they're all going to be easy to keep. Personally, I've had great luck with Florida Recordia. Those are pretty easy. Regular Recordias, the Pacific Recordias, they've been a little more challenging for me because they just, in my experience, can't take a lot of light, where the Discosomas really don't seem to care too much. So Recordias are a little more challenging, and of course the Yumas, in my opinion, are the hardest. So mushrooms are an interesting coral because some are super easy, will grow to plague proportions. Some are worth thousands of dollars, and unfortunately those are not the ones that are going to grow to plague proportions, and others shrivel up and die. So mushroom corals are super diverse, and there is a big scale in how easy they're going to be to keep. Now, when you go to a store and look at a mushroom, it's not going to be necessarily easy to figure out which ones are easy and which ones are hard to keep. Best you can do is really talk to somebody who knows certain mushrooms, or ask the store owner, and hopefully you'll get some good advice. But the reality is, as diverse of a group as mushrooms are, it's pretty hit or miss as to how easy they're going to be to keep, how fast they're going to grow, and what they're going to do once they start growing. Also, lighting. Discosoma, in my opinion, love light. They do great under a lot of light, and under lower lights, they still do pretty good. Recordia really like less light. Yuma's lower light. But this is all a generalization. You will find exceptions to all of these rules. So if you're struggling with mushrooms, don't feel bad. This is a diverse group that is harder to keep than if you kill them, you should get out of the hobby. So thanks for watching this episode of Mile High Reefers. Like, comment, and subscribe. And if you like this style of video, let me know. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one.